This is a book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 55, and it reads, Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren, James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? Verse 56, And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then had this man all these things? Verse 57, And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, our praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakodash, Brakatam. Double honor shall go to the apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone to continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, a great millstone in like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to the sincere Akwats, who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right, so that beautiful scripture I just read in the book of Matthew 13 and 57. I'm going to read again. And they were offended in him, but Yahushua said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. All right. So simply put, us prophets are definitely without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. Now, remember, Jerusalem was a people before it was an actual place. Y'all heard? So, us prophets have been warning you Jakes for who knows how long about placing your trust in your enemy. All right? But you guys are still hell bent on continuing to do so. So now what's happening? You guys are going on social media boo-hoo-hooing. Ooh, Trump is wrong. He's wrong. We voted for him. We voted for him. And guess what we're doing as the 1/3 elect? Or hopeful elect. We just sitting back in our homes, chilling, watching watching the movie and having the popcorn. And we just maxing and chillaxing while we're watching you guys going down because of your trust in thine enemy. All right? So to further prove what I'm saying, we go to the book of Ecclesiasticus 13 and 11, and it reads, Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. For with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. Verse 12, But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and to put thee in prison. Woo! And isn't that what's going on right now with the ICE agents and Homeland Security? He's snatching you Jakes up from off the streets and throwing you guys in prison. And without due process, might I add. Okay? No due process. And you're going to be deported to these other nations other than your own. All right? And to even further prove what I'm saying, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah 59 and 18, and it reads, According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. Verse 19, So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So who will this flood or what this flood pertains to, it's going to pertain to those UN troops that's going to soon come up in here in Babylon. And it's going to flood mainly you Jake's neighborhoods, okay? And what does it mean when it says the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them? Well, it means it's going to lift up a defense against Esau, Edom. All right? That's what that means. And man, we cannot wait for that to happen. All right, so we're going to stick to Isaiah. But this time, verse 19 and 1, and it reads, "And the burden of Egypt," and who would Egypt be in this modern time? None other than the good old US of A, America, Babylon, okay? Because remember, in the scriptures it says spiritual Sodom in Egypt, okay? That's what this place is right now. And to continue, "Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." Verse 2, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." And what's going on right now? You got Egyptians fighting for food because of the lack of food and the lack of the EBT benefits that's coming our way. All right? "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Verse 3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." Salakia, here's the point in verse 4. "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts." Bingo. So who would this individual be? Well, none other than Donald J. Trump. He is the hand of a cruel lord and a fierce king who shall rule over them, or us, saith the Lord of hosts. Woo! But like I mentioned, you foolish 2/3 Jakes still want to pledge your allegiance to this cruel king, all right? And a cruel ruler. And we say that he's possibly the reincarnation of the Emperor Nero, all right? He's a reincarnation of this person. I truly believe he is, okay? So I like to queue up a couple of quick videos while I'm able to do so. But before I do so, as always, fair use of the 1976 Copyright Act. These videos are strictly for education and edification purposes only. I'm not making a dime off of any of these videos, you heard? So here's his first video, and the title is "Black Man Begs Trump to Send National Guards to Atlanta." I mean, yo. This dude, he's definitely blinded. For sure. And again, you're placing your trust and your allegiance into your enemy. So Salakia while I queue up this video real quick.
Bring the National Guard to Atlanta and link and send them up. Go right down there by the guy. Mercedes Benz dog. Let them sit right there, all through West End. Stay on up through there, all through West End by the Krispy Kreme. Right there. Park it right there by the West End Mall. Get them all. Get them.
For over 17 years, I thought that I had a problem with it.
All right. So I had to cut that video for time constraint purposes. But you already said he's begging Trump to send the National Guards to Atlanta. Okay? and he is not being careful of what he's asking for. He does not know about the flood that's soon coming our way. Those UN troops, like I just mentioned in the scriptures, okay? So when that happens, it's not a matter of if, but when it happens, then he's going to be singing a whole entire different tune. Trust. Trust. All right? He's going to be bitching and bawling big time because he think he's going to be exempt from possibly being deported. Okay? So here's another video, and it's entitled, "My Whole Family Voted for Trump. Wife of Cuban Man Detained by ICE Speaks Out." All right? So you Manassans, the tribe of Manasseh, you Cubans, I swear you guys are Edomites. And I'm going to be honest with you. Me, personally, I think a lot of these Cubans are actual Edomites. They're Spanish-speaking Edomites, like the Spaniards. Okay? I truly think that a lot of them are such. Okay? So let me cue up this video real quick. Shalom, Slakia.
A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home, and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration. Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba by plane on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022. 6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody at his residency hearing. So he was given an appointment to go to ICE. You told him before he left for that appointment, you don't have anything to worry about. You haven't done anything. Instead, he was transferred to Texas, where we spoke to him from his detention center. How do you feel about everything that's happening right now in this country with the deportations? You don't understand how this could happen. What did you think was going to happen when Trump won? You're saying you believed the president when he said he was going to deport criminals.
Putting your trust in the enemy.
Behind with her daughter, 7-month-old son, and Ariel's 70-year-old grandmother, who has been a U.S. citizen for years. Together, facing a reality they never imagined.
Toda mi familia votó por Trump.
Yep. Facing a reality they never had imagined. All right? And let me tell you guys something. I used to live in Miami. And I used to work in Miami. And let me tell you something. Those Cubanos down there are super duper racist towards us Southern Kingdom. I'm telling you. No lie. So guess what? Yes, they're a tribe of Yasharala, but I damn sure don't feel sorry for a whole lot of them either. You heard? So that's going to conclude this very valuable lesson for today. As always, hopefully someone gets edification out of this lesson. All praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makak, Kodash, Brakatam, Kwam Yasharala, Rise Israel. And as always, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.